Hey guys, welcome to day 2 of Rocky Railway VBS. That's right, where we're learning that Jesus' power pulls us through. That's right. All right. So it's day 2, which means we have a daily point for the day. And do you know what it is? I think you might know what it is. Can you tell me? I think you got it right. It's Jesus' power gives us hope. That's right. And you know what? You just heard from Camtrack and Chelsea. And they talked a little bit about this word called hope. And they kind of compared hope to a light at the end of the tunnel. Remember, Chelsea had Camtrack go to his happy place and had him pretend he was on a train, but he went through a dark tunnel, but at the end was a light. And that light at the end of the tunnel is kind of a good image of hope. And so today we're going to be talking about that. And so to remind us of it, today's craft is going to feature a light, all right, to remind you of that hope. And so let's review what you're going to need for your craft. Okay, these are the supplies you're going to need for today's craft. You'll need your 2 pieces of tissue paper, the red and the yellow. You'll need some markers, your scissors, a glue or tape. I would recommend glue, but either one will be fine. And your lantern cutout. That's all you'll need. All right, you guys ready? We're going to make our lanterns, which will remind us of hope. And so you're first gonna need your paper, okay? And we're gonna do something tricky here. And then we're gonna get, I need my scissors. They were just here. Nathan, can you bring me some scissors? Thank you, Nathan. Nathan, say hi to my friends. Hi, everybody. Hi. This is my friend Nathan. All right, thanks, Nathan. Bye. See you later. Bye. All right, so you're gonna need your scissors and you're gonna need your lantern page. Now we're gonna do something a little tricky. So if you need to ask someone for help, please don't be afraid to do that, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to need to cut out these 3 rectangles, okay? But got to be very careful because we need to cut them out, but we're still going to need the rest of this lantern. So I'm going to show you a trick, but it's going to be a little tricky, okay? You think you could hang in there with me? Okay. So what I want you to do is we're going to start with 1 rectangle, and we're going to bend the paper just a little bit, okay? Like this, okay? And we're going to kind of almost fold it so you can see, okay? And you're going to make a small little cut in the paper, okay? You can open it back up. And you can see it kind of made a little slit in the paper like this, a little hole. I can see it through it, right? And now you can put your scissors inside and you can actually cut out this rectangle, okay? But we're going to stay on the line as best we can. It's going to look a little something like this. You know what? And my friend Nathan, right now, I think he's going to zoom in on this so that you can see it a little bit better, okay? As we learned yesterday, Jesus' power helps us do hard things, right? So you're going to do the same thing with the second rectangle. Fold your paper in half, almost like this. And you're going to cut a slit in there, okay? Again, you can put your scissors in there and you can cut out your rectangle a little bit, just like this. And it takes a little bit of time, but you know, when things take a little bit of time, guess what I like to do to pass the time away? Does anybody know? I like to sing. When I gotta do something that takes a little while, I just sing and it helps time go faster. You guys want to sing with me while we're cutting? Let's see. What's a train song we can sing? Have you guys heard She'll Be Coming Around the Mountain? Has anybody heard that before? My friend Nathan. Nathan, have you heard that song before?
Yep.
Oh, he knows it. So let's sing it while we're cutting out our rectangles. Ready? She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes.
She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. Ho, ho!
Well, she'll be coming around the mountain. She'll be coming around the mountain. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. And then we say she'll be driving 6 white horses. She'll be driving 6 white horses when she comes. Nathan?
Oh, I don't remember.
Oh, that's okay. She'll be driving 6 white horses when she comes.
Yeehaw!
Woo! She'll be driving 6 white horses. She'll be driving 6 white horses. She'll be driving 6 white horses when she comes. There we go. Look at that. Time went by so much faster, and we cut out our rectangles. Yay! All right. So we can zoom out of there, and you can see the big picture here. Can you see it? All right, kind of looks like a lantern. Now, if you need more time to cut out your rectangles, you can definitely pause the video right now and give yourself a little bit more time to cut those out, and that's okay, all right? And when you're ready, you can start it back up. So if you're ready, let's go ahead and do the next step, okay? The next step's a little easier, is you get to actually cut out the lantern. So now we're going to cut out the outside line of this lantern, okay? So you're just going to come right around the outside, and this one's a little easier, and just cut right along the lines. Cut right along the lines. Have you guys ever used the lantern before? Some people use them when they go camping for some light to help them see because it gets dark and there's no power when they go camping. So they use a lantern. Sometimes people use lanterns when they in their backyard for some light when it's dark, when they're sitting out there. Sometimes people put them on their boats so they can see on the water in the dark. Okay? So your lantern's gonna look a little bit like this. Okay? Beautifully done. Okay, now comes the fun part, all right? Now you're gonna pull out your tissue paper. Okay? And this is where you get to be creative because ours aren't going to look the same. But we're going to cover these gaps right here with tissue paper. So before you start, go ahead and take your lantern and you're going to flip it on your table or on your flat surface, but you're going to flip it upside down, okay? So this is the front, you're going to turn it over to the back and you're going to lay it flat on a surface, okay? Then you're going to take your tissue paper and your scissors and you're just going to cut some pieces of tissue, okay? I'm just going to cut some random sizes here. There's nothing, this is where you get to kind of have fun with it. Any sort of shape and size. Kind of, you don't want it too small, you want it kind of fairly big, but not too big, okay? And just cut some fun sizes. And you want to do that with both colors. Okay, some yellow. It's okay if the lines aren't straight. I can't cut straight very well. I'm not great at cutting, as you guys will see here. But as long as you kind of got some good shapes, we're good. Okay? And this is going to help create the colors that when you have a lantern, there's a light or a flame on the inside. And that usually kind of gives off a yellow or red kind of glow. So that's what we're going to try to do, okay? So now, after you cut some pieces out, okay, you're going to get your glue stick, okay? And you're going to put some glue along these lines right here that you cut out your lantern on, okay? And I'm going to start with one side. I'm not going to put glue on this one yet. And I'm going to put my pieces of tissue paper on the lantern, kind of like this. And you can put it into whatever pattern you want. I'm just going to kind of put it randomly like this. So yellow and red, however you feel led. But you want to cover, make sure that you cover the holes, those little rectangles you did. You want to make sure you want to cover it with your pieces of paper. Okay, so make sure that you fill in the gaps there. And then once you kind of cover the one rectangle, you can move on to the other two. So I'm going to add some glue here for my next pieces. on those lines. Might need to put a little on the bottom and the top. Okay? And then you're gonna keep putting your pieces on there to cover your rectangles. It takes some time, but enjoy the time doing that. Might want to sing while you do it again, I don't know. You could talk about, about that. You guys are very patient. Take your time. I'm taking my time covering that. And you can always add more glue. So if it doesn't stick super well, you can add some more glue to it. No problem. Looks like I might need to cut some more of my tissue paper out. Might not cover everything. It's all right. It's gonna look kind of messy like that, but that's okay. It's not gonna be perfect. Okay, just gonna cover it just like that. Just like this. All right. And it looks like we're a little short on some colors, so I'm gonna cut some of those out too. Just some more to cover the space. And I'm gonna do some more yellow because I like the yellow the best. All right. And should stick fairly well. Now you might ask, why are we making this lantern? What are we gonna do with it? Well, the goal is you're going to be able to turn this over when you're done, and the tissue is going to be kind of see-through. And what you'll want to do is you'll want to hang it somewhere, like on a window or a glass door, where the light can shine through it. And the light shining through it, the light's going to go through the lantern, and it might create some color on your floor of some red and yellow, because the light can kind of go through the tissue paper. It's kind of cool. All right? Okay, so once you have that done, you can flip it back over. I'm going to take it off here, okay? And it'll look a little bit like this. Kind of cool looking. Now, there's some extra pieces around the outside here. You can leave those like that, or if you want, you can cut those off. I'm gonna cut those off just like this. Just kind of the extra. And it might get a little messy. Just make sure you pick up your pieces off the floor or the table, so we don't want to make a mess. I will pick those up here in a second. Okay, I'll land it on my table. Good. All right, and your lantern's gonna look a little something like this. Okay, if it looks a little different, that's okay. Everybody's is gonna look a little different. All right, now we might say, hey, we're done, but we're not. Okay, we're gonna do one more thing to it. And for this, you're gonna need a marker. I'm gonna use blue. Okay, and what's that word that we talked about today? That Jesus' power gives us, what is that word? Nathan, do you know the word? Gives us?
Hope.
Hope. Ah, Nathan was listening. Were you listening? I bet you knew it. I didn't, I forgot. Yes, Jesus' power gives us hope. And this is a reminder of the hope that Jesus gives us, that light at the end of the tunnel, that we can trust him, that we can put our hope in him. And so we're going to write the word hope on this lantern. And you can write it however you want. You can have fun with the way you write it. I'm going to write it simple, but you can go to town and decorate it, okay? So let's write hope together. Now, how do we spell hope? Nathan, what's the first letter in hope?
H.
H, yes. So we want to write an H right on here. So I'm going to write a big capital H on there, okay? H, okay? Then the next letter is O. O. So we're going to write an O. H-O. What's the next letter, Nathan? Do you know?
P.
Ah, P. Very good. We're going to write a P. And there's one more, because if we don't write the next letter, it's just hop, which that's not hop. We're looking for hope. What's that last letter?
E.
E, yes, E. So we're going to write an E right on there. Hope. H-O-P-E. Hope. And you can decorate your lantern if you want. If you want to draw little designs on it. You know, I don't know. I might put some hearts right here. You can do whatever you want. You don't even have to decorate it. You can leave it with hope. All right? So I want you to do one more thing. Your lantern is complete. But the next thing to do after this is have mom or dad, grandma, grandpa, brother, sister help you. And I want us to try to take this somewhere where the light's going to come through, which most likely is going to be on that window, okay? So you can put it on a window, on a glass door, and the light should shine through that pretty cool. So let's try that together, huh? Shall we? Let's do that. Alrighty, let's see how it looks in front of the window. It's kind of dark, just right here, but when you put it on top of the window, look how bright that is and how much the light shines through there. Well, guys, I hope you had fun making your lanterns today as a reminder to hope. And we put our hope not in things, not in the world, not in other people, but in Jesus. He is the light at the end of our tunnels. So I hope you have an amazing rest of your day as you're about to go hear a little bit about our Bible story for today. But until tomorrow, have a great day. We'll see you later. Bye.